Hey everyone, Dustin here from lawatourSide.com, where we provide real legal help when you really need it. Today I'm going to answer that question you're wondering: how long until you get your settlement money? So in workers' comp, there's two ways to settle your case. One is what's called a compromise and release. The second is called a stip and award. A compromise and release is a global settlement. It's basically shutting the door to your workers' comp case. You get a big lump sum of money, you go on your way, the insurance company goes on their way. Oftentimes, but not always, if you're still working, you leave your employment, you go get a new job somewhere else, your medical treatment stops, but you get a lump sum amount of money and you close the case down. If that happens, then once the judge approves a CNR, compromise and release, the insurance company has 30 days to issue a check to you that you're owed. If they do not issue it, and it's a very strict timeline, if they don't issue it within the 30 days, then a penalty petition can be filed, and they can pay up to 25% more of what they owed you. It's very rare to happen. The insurance companies are very on top of making payments within the 30 days because they don't like to get hit with these penalties. But it has happened for some of my clients in the past, and we have filed successful penalty petitions on that. So, but just know that 98% of the time you'll get your money within 30 days after the judge approves it. Not after you sign it. You may sign it and then a week later the judge approves it. Sometimes you sign it and it can go weeks, even longer before the judge approves it, because there's other issues that haven't been resolved, like maybe you got EDD state disability and the insurance company is trying to negotiate that amount down, but they don't want to negotiate it down, so it could sort of affect the settlement. Sometimes there's other things that derail settlements for whatever reason. Happens very rare, maybe less than 3 or 4% of the time, but sometimes it can happen. But just know that until the judge signs, nothing's official until the judge signs it. And once the judge signs it, then the money will come within 30 days. Second way to settle your case is what's called a stip and award. So instead of a global settlement where you close everything, go on your way, they go on their way, you sort of doing a half settlement, meaning you and the insurance company are agreeing on what the permanent disability is, you're agreeing on what parts of body are injured, and you're agreeing that you're entitled to future medical care on those parts of body. So let's say you hurt your back and your neck and you went to a state doctor and the doctor said you're 20% disabled. So you're agreeing that you're 20% disabled, your back and neck were injured, and that you can get future medical care on your neck and your back, and your case remains open. So you could still treat in the workers' compensation system if you want, on your neck and on your back. If you're still employed with the same employer, you can usually continue working there unless they fired you for whatever other reason. But if you're still employed, usually your job remains open with them. And instead of getting a lump sum settlement after 30 days, you'll get what's called permanent disability checks. So you'll get, the amount varies, but usually it's around about $560 or $580, something like that. It's around that range. You'll get a check every 2 weeks until your full amount runs out. Sometimes that can be a few weeks, sometimes a few months, sometimes a few years. It really depends on what your permanent disability agreed amount is, but you'll get those checks at a nominal amount usually until the checks run out, and you keep your job, you keep your medical care and all that open. So that's the second way to settle. Now, after the judge approves what's called the stip and award, they'll issue a check payment. They'll start issuing those bi-weekly checks. Sometimes you'll get a lump sum check that backdates to when a state or neutral doctor deemed you permanent and stationary. I'm getting very technical here. I know I'm throwing a lot at you, but sometimes you'll get a lump sum check, and then usually the bi-weekly checks will come after that. Again, $560, $580, it depends on what your wages were and whatnot, but that's generally how those two work. And that's generally when you get your money after you settle your case. So thank you so much for watching that video. If this video helps you, please click the like button below and subscribe to our channel. Also, if you want a free consultation or for us to help you on your workers' comp case, please give us a call at the number below and we'll be more than happy to discuss it with you.